What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Miggin' and ModSauce. That's right. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good, and where the heck am I? Maybe I'm not doing pretty good. We are right where we left off from last episode, in this crazy graveyard dungeon. Oh my goodness, it has been the craziest dungeon that I've ever seen. And we've been on a mission to find a special type of block that will always turn the day to night. And man, do I feel silly. We already actually found the block a long time ago. I can't believe I missed it. I feel so silly. But you guys have been so helpful in the comments. I want to thank you all. Man, I would have never found this thing. So anyway, let's go take a look. Oh, I don't even know how we got into this mess. I did not expect to go on such a big journey. Oh, man. But I've also heard you guys are saying there is some type of end boss. I don't know if that's true. I still haven't looked it up yet. I kind of like to be surprised with the dungeons. But we're going to actually cheat our way out. Made a little... Whoa! Hello. Made a little hole to go back up to the surface. And apparently, right here at the entrance, I can't believe how silly I am. See, we have nether brick. But, whoa, get out of here, little turd. Man, you really gonna bug me like this? Get out of here. Alright, so, coming into this dungeon, this block right down here, it looks just like nether brick. But look at it, nightstone. This is what we've been looking for. Whoa. The whole time. Nether brick, nightstone. Man, oh man. So anyway, let's harvest some of this up before we even forget. I don't know if there's really that much of it. See, nightstone here. Is this nightstone over here? Yeah, that's all nightstone. How did I miss that? I mean, it just looks exactly the same. So, I don't know. We got it at least. That's cool. I think, let's see, how many? That should be more than enough. We'll get one more. Nightstone. Gonna make sure that we leave plenty for other people. But man, I can't believe it. We didn't even have to go through this whole adventure. What the heck? I feel like such a silly puss. Anywho, I think I'm gonna actually explore this dungeon a little bit more. I'm gonna do a lot of it off camera. I'm not gonna do the whole thing on camera because it's rough. As you can see, it's rough. But I want to see if there is some type of other boss or boss room. So I'm gonna cut back in as soon as I find something. Oh man, this is rough. As soon as I find something, and I'm gonna go right back in where I left off, down this hole. Holy crud nuggets! You know what? Maybe we should get some better armor before doing this. Golly! Alright, I'm not gonna even mess that now. Let's go back to the base. Let's play with some more stuff, and maybe we'll go back and see if there's some type of end boss there. Alright, back at Kingco, and man oh man, that dang gravestone graveyard dungeon, it done tricked me again. So when I got back, I rewatched the footage, and yeah, apparently when you break nightstone, is it called? When you break nightstone with a pickaxe or atomic disassembler or anything, it turns it into nether brick. Really? We gotta go back there again just for that? I thought we could check that off our list. Driving me nuts. So before we go back, I want to make a few upgrades. By the way, I've been doing a little bit more work around here. Man, it's really tying in together. I cannot wait till this project's done. Till Kingco is just the top corporation in all of ModSauce. It's gonna be amazing. But anyway, alright. So, today, first things first, a lot of people have been telling me I should upgrade to the next tier of armor. We have the, what's it called? Flux-Infused chestplate. This guy, apparently, if we look at use, bam, we can get a new upgraded version that holds 50 million RF. What's this version? This version is 400,000, so 50 million. And apparently this new version will charge up, I guess, the rest of our tools, anything in our hotbar. So there'd be no use for this guy, our flux capacitor, anymore. So that's pretty cool. It gives you a jetpack, and who even knows what else? Maybe, I doubt it, but maybe it will actually take care of like poison damage and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe. So anyway, let's try and get this guy crafted up. Oh man, we're going to need a lot of stuff. I should probably set up automation to even do these guys. It's really not too difficult, but again, let's look at the use order of these other things. Energetic thrusters recipe. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. Oh man. All right. So, oh, what's that? Lumium ingot? Lumium blend? Recipe? Energized glowstone? Man, this might be kind of tough. All right, so I'm going to try and start setting up the automation to make all this stuff, and then I guess we'll cut back in and take a look. Oh man, so this is going to be a pretty huge project in itself, just trying to get our armor fully automated. I made patterns. I added this new crafting area up here. And where is it? In here. I made patterns to make hopefully everything for the induction smelter, for the magma crucible, and for the fluid transposer. We've done this before in a different episode, used all these machines the first time that we did our armor, but we've never had it automated. We did it all by hand. So I think this will be pretty fun and definitely super useful in the future. So let's see if we can get these things crafted up. If we look up induction smelter, let's try and craft, I guess we'll do, I'm going to try and craft 4 of them at first. Let's go next on the job. Oh, and people are telling me too, let me just go back to this. People are telling me that I can just middle click my mouse, awesome, that little scroll wheel, and it goes straight to the crafting window where I can just choose the number. That's pretty cool. And then just go next. I guess it kind of takes you to the same spot. I don't know, maybe I did it wrong. Anyway, start, bam, look at that. No problem. Got that done. Let's now look up the magma crucible. Can see it right there. Let's make, I'm gonna make 4 of these guys too, even though I don't think I need 4. I think I only need 3. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And fluid transposer. It looks like I got 1 left over already, so that's nice. Fluid transposer, so we'll do 3 more. Next, start. And waiting. Bam, look at that. So easy. I love this auto crafting. It's just the best. So I'm going to make this room over here be our room for these guys. I think I'm going to put these guys, let me see. 1, we probably only need 3 at first, and I'm probably going to have to space those out more. So maybe not like that. Maybe we'll do it like 1, 2, and 1, 2. Oh, that's a different machine. I hate how these guys now like stack funny. Okay, now we're in business. So I think I might do maybe a setup like that, and of course they'll be set back into the wall, but this is just for getting things organized. I think we can go like that, and then for these guys, we'll go bam, and this is the one that's got to be in the bottom. So we'll actually do those ones like that. Bam. Bam. We'll have it go all the way over. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think that's cool. So here's the deal. For all the different stuff that we have to make, let's look up, this is all flux-infused stuff. A lot of different stuff that we got to do. We got to be able to automate getting these, well, it's these guys first of all. So we'll need this one, that's through the redstone and a diamond. That's no problem. So we'll have 1 set up for redstone. This stuff requires electrum blend. I think that's the only way to do it. Yep. And to do that, we gotta again do the redstone. Okay, cool. So we're all set there. All set on all that thus far. All right. Next for the jetpack, we need to have 1 for glowstone. I think that's the 3rd material that we need. So 1 for glowstone, 1 for redstone, 1 for ender pearls. And then there may end up being a 4th one. So anyway, let me start getting that automated. And let's then come back and take a look. All right, so I'm extremely pleased with how this has been working out. It's our first time really doing much automation with thermal expansion. And these are one of the tougher machines to try and automate, but I think we got it. So basically, here's the deal. I've got AE going in on this middle part, and then we've got interfaces going into the bottom of these guys and then to the top of these guys. I have this guy set for the config, so the whatever comes in the top is going to go in those two slots there. And in this case, most of the recipes for this, actually, they require two different items. So I was a little worried about that being a problem. Then it also has multiple outputs, possibly depending on the recipe. So anyway, I have it set. If we look back in the config, so whatever's going in can go to either of these slots here on the top, and then it's going to push out the side, which actually I don't really think we're pushing anything out, but it may require us to do that setting for something to be able to pull out. So the AE, when we do the craft, it's going to go push in the gold for electrum. We're doing gold and silver. It's going to push in the exact amount to make an electrum, and then to pull back out so that we can save on channels, because this has already taken up 1, 2, 3, 4 channels, just so that we can save and, you know, hopefully use the same wire for later in the future. I just have the retrieval node here, and the retrieval node will basically pull out of the sides of any of these machines. So that's super cool. Then for power, I have going right out of the back of this Tesseract, the energy node, and then that's just pulling over and then can share the same wire. So it's getting power through the same place that it's exporting items. So it's pretty neat, pretty neat. I like it. And let's actually test it out. So if we want electrum, let's just pull all of it out of our system. And I have the pattern for electrum already in there. Did we already look at that? Yeah, right there. We've got the pattern. So just 1 gold and 1 silver. So electrum, let's go 20, next, start. All right, and if we look, the machine turns on, it puts the exact amount in there, which is super cool. It outputs over to this side, and I believe, are we seeing it getting pulled out yet? Yep, see, it's slowly getting pulled out. So I could, probably doesn't need any upgrades, but if we wanted to, we could put some upgrades here. It's really not that far that it has to travel. So that's cool. I'm digging it. We've got the electrum done. So there's a couple more items we're going to have to do in there. The next part for the electrum is so that we can get these flux-filled stuff. And that's going to be, oh no, from electrum blend. Is that the only way to do that? Oh, wait, and a pulverizer. No, that's this guy. All right, is that the only way? That may be the only way. So I guess the next step would be to grind down some electrum. We're going to have to get a process going for that. With that, I could just do it with a sag mill, but I think I might want to try and stay with thermal expansion, because this is going to be our thermal expansion room here. So anyway, let me craft up a pulverizer. Those aren't too bad. Let's see, pulverizer, that's the same thing as a sag mill. And yeah, really not that bad. I think we have just about everything already in our system. In fact, we do. We have absolutely everything. And now we can set the pattern. Please. Please, baby. Awesome. Let's switch that off. We don't want that. And let's switch it back to the machine one. Boom. And we're going to have to make some more patterns, but that's cool. Are we out of room in this guy? Yeah, we're out of room in that guy. So we'll start mixing it up, putting them in other ones. But awesome. So let me get that set in, and we'll come back and take a look again. All right, so we got our pulverizer installed. I'm actually switching over. Before I was doing the machines here and here, but I decided instead I'm going to do here and there. And that's just so we can have the wire wall, because this is a corner room, and we don't have the wire room any place that we can hide the wires on this side and this side. So I think that should work out fine. Anyway, got the pulverizer in. The whole purpose of that is so that we can get the electrum blend. And bam, goes in, goes out. Awesome. And this guy, I'm just splitting over the AE wire. I have the dense cable. I redid this area a little bit just so it could be a little bit more compact. Got a dense wire going up, across, pops out over here. The same thing sharing from that same node for the energy. And then that pops out over here. I'm going to split off the dense cable here. We can send 8 channels that way. And then we have 8 channels here. So we have plenty of room for adding in more machines. Put an ME interface on top. And that's what we're going to make a pattern for right now. I just needed the Electrum blend to even put it in. Go bam. Make sure that we're on that machine processing one. And Electrum in. What was it? Yeah, 1 Electrum in, 1 Electrum blend out. Pattern. Cool. And I'm really curious. I want to see if I actually have to set the machines the way that we're doing it. Like we looked at the config and I said I have orange shooting out that way. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know if we have to set the blue. This one has nothing configured and we're getting power obviously. I knocked out, let me just set this back in. We're doing that same retrieval node little method. Just knock that out because that's annoying me. So bam, once that goes in, we can see the power should shoot up. And I think this is a situation, see, this might be a situation where we want to put, since we're sharing power with so many things, probably should put a few speed upgrades in there. That's probably going to be overkill, but we'll just put it in nonetheless. For now, I swear one of these days I'm going to test out everything and make sure I'm using the energy portion of these extra utility pipes the correct way. But anyway, we should be good. Did I put the pattern in? Got the pattern in. All right, let's go Electrum blend. Let's craft 20. Next, start. And let's see what happens. Is it going to be smart enough to stick it in the machine? It should have already stuck it in. And it's not. So I bet you... Let me just see. Is that showing up in the crafting? Yeah, it's waiting to craft. So on the config, I bet you as soon as I turn this to... There we go. Now that goes in. And let's see if we have to pull anything out. Or if the extra utilities is smart enough to just pull it out itself. Probably should have done so already. So it's just not understanding to connect to it. Alright, so that would be out the back. So this, oh, did it do it? 20, no, it didn't do it. Okay, so this is the back slot. And we just set that to orange and now it should pull out any second now. Yep. And it's pulling out. Super cool. Oh man, I just love this. This makes it so easy. And I like combining the two because we save on channels so much by doing that. But anyway, we got the Electrum blend now. So what's the next step? We're again trying to do the Flux-Infused stuff. So currently we're trying to make, is it the Flux-Fused Electrum blend? So I believe it's for these guys here. Yep, that was the one. And to do that, we got to take the destabilized redstone and do it onto this. Let's see, is there any other ways to craft that? Man, the only way to get this, once again, I know I keep going back and forth. That's the only way. So we got to get this stuff going. We got to get the redstone going on. So we got to get 3 of them set up. Redstone, the ender stuff, and then the glowstone stuff. So let me set that up next and we'll be right back. My goodness, this project is just ridiculous. We might have kind of outdone ourselves or got a little ahead of ourselves on this. I'm just finding more and more that I got to do. So we got the pulverizer last time. I just finished setting up, or at least mostly setting up, all of these magma crucibles and everything. Magma crucibles and fluid transporters. And we do need 4 for this. At least 4. There may even be more that we need. But to make this, let's go back to the Flux. So to make this really endgame one, we already looked at this. This requires the liquid glowstone. But then these require gelid cryotheum, like liquid gelid cryotheum. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only way to get it. So that's another thing we're going to have to make. Fortunately, I think we have everything to craft this. You don't actually have to have a blizz spawner. Oh, do you? Blizz powder? I think we can get that with snowballs. Yeah. So we can make everything in here. It's just going to be a pain. I came across, I've used these in other seasons, these portable tanks from Thermal Expansion, which are pretty neat. I like them just for like a visual representation. Basically, they're portable tanks, so you can like kind of use it like a bucket, but have multiple buckets in one. But they also work just like a pipe, so they're kind of neat. You can take this, and I'm not sure which output we want. That might be it, the red. I think the blue, just like the machines, the blue would be like input only, and that's output, I'm guessing. So I think that's how we do it. The best way to do it is test it, I guess. So let's grab out some redstone. Let's see what happens with this. So we don't have power going to those bad boys yet. Let's get some power up in here. Bam, 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 bam. And just connect them up like that. So they should be getting power. I threw a few upgrades into our little power guy. Did I wire this across? No, I did not. So let's wire this across. Down, down, how. Hopefully that one little node, he's like, I think I can. Hopefully he can do everything. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man. I love it. Okay, so what are we going to have doing what? I'm going to do, I think, this first one with redstone. So let's just manually throw in the redstone, making it into the liquid redstone. We have right now the orange is going down, so it's probably going through, and yeah, that's the right setting. So it's going through. You could have this directly on top of this guy, but I like it so that once this is completely filled up, we'll see visually redstone in there, and that I think is super helpful just to know what machine's what, and it'll look pretty. So, and it's not too bad, too much more to automate. Coming out the bottom here, we have, can I click on you? We have ME interfaces, and this is going to be what puts whatever item into this top slot here. And then to spit out, we'll do that same. In fact, it's already pulling through this guy right here. It'll pull right out and then go back over there. So that ends up working good. And we don't have to put any more interfaces in. I could have combined this. If I made this interface here, the square one, like the cube one, I could have saved on interfaces and only had this use up one channel instead of two. I might change that into the future, but I think for good that's now. And let's also make sure those are turned off for everything. Cool. I love it. And yeah, on to the next step. So now I should probably make sure that I have automation for each of these. We have unlimited redstone from the quarry, glowstone kind of from the quarry, but we actually got to set up a way to break it since we're silk touching, which shouldn't be too difficult. There's a couple different ways. So we have those two liquids, the end, we're getting that, the ender pearls already, and the liquid cryo-theum. Let me see if I can set up a crafting recipe for that real quick. Let's clear you out, and let's switch you back. Yeah, keep it on that one. Okay. So how did you spell that? Is that right? Cryo-theum dust. Blizz powder. I think eventually we'll just get a blizz spawner. But yeah, we'll just have to do this. So snowballs. Oh man. Alright, we can make snowballs, I think, still with, what is it called? It's in Thermal Expansion. I've been having problems with the NEI not, like, showing up properly. When I hit Thermal Expansion there, it's not showing up over on the side, or it takes a long time. So I think we'll have to make this ourselves. Glacial Precipitator. Alright, that's not too bad. I think we have everything to do that. We may not have snow. Which that I may have to go out and look for. Let's find out. Yeah, we don't have snow. Dang! Oh, just going back and forth and back and forth. Alright, let me try. Actually, do we have snowballs? Let's just see. We might have some snow. Oh, we do. We do. We have some snowballs. Oh, man. Okay, we got the snowballs. False alarm. I set that up. We still got to make our magnum torches, and I know we're getting pretty far in the episode. I may have to continue this whole project on come next time. Let's throw those in. Okay, that gets us the snow, so that's cool. And the rest of the snow I'm just going to craft up manually here. Here, 1, 2. Bam, glacial precipitator. Cool. So let's throw this pattern in there, this pattern in there. We can make it. Oh man, the rabbit hole. Next. Start. Yes. All right, so this will make us snow. Where do we set this guy up? Oh man, just so much stuff. So much stuff. All right, we'll set you down there for now. Now, what do we have to do to get snow? I think we just pump water in. Okay, not too bad. I'm going to have to get a little portable water thing set up. Let me get that all in the mix. Oh, man. So this thing's really not that bad. Not that bad. Let's get the water source in. Eventually, I'll make a tesseract that just has a water channel. But for today, and for the time being, just to power this one machine, let's make an infinite water pool, just like so. 3 water blocks. Let's set down... Let's shut this down in the middle. Bam. Let's set a liquid transfer node there. We can then remove this block. And if we put that... We did this before for our thing that makes the obsidian. Where is it? World interaction. No, did we run out of them? Alright, it's okay. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Flam. Let's put this world interaction into our node, and that will then produce water on demand. So nothing, something. Awesome. So that'll get all the water, and later on we'll just throw a tesseract on that. And we should probably put it in a better location. Alright, and we're going to have this stick in the water there. So it's not doing anything yet. As soon as I turn it to there, flam, full water. Awesome. All right, now we want this to produce snowballs every day, all day, and we need it to get power. So to do that, well, all we have to do is wire it in. So let's grab, I guess we'll just use this wire. That should be fine. And this can't fill with water. All right, that's all good. So bam, it's getting energy, getting snowballs. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yes. And then it should pull out, right? Is it going to pull out? That should be pulling it out. Oh no, we need 2 sides. Can we do both? Oh, you can't do both from the same side. All right, not a problem. We'll go like that. And we will set the top. We want that to be the water, the top to be that. Now it should do it. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, man. Why are you not pulling out? Oh, it got it. I feel like I crashed a little bit. All right, you know what? Let's put a couple of speed upgrades in there. Let's put a stack at a time upgrade in there. Flam. Working beautifully. Okay, we are in business. That's perfect. And this just made me realize over here, for the stuff to be pulled out, we're going to have to put another... We're going to have to connect this. And I don't think any of these... Some of these do take water. So that's not necessarily a good thing. We need to make it so the water doesn't connect. So why don't we grab one of these guys. And I think we want to make sure, you know what, we can just do the water in from the bottom only. All right, we're doing another switcheroo, and that should actually do it. All right, so bottom only. Flam. Disconnect that. Let's change that to be the blue. The back will then be the orange. That'll be nothing. All right, getting somewhere, getting somewhere. Let's connect this and then put that right like that. Perfect. Now they don't cross. Knock you off, knock you off. It's getting power. It's getting the water. That requires power, which... No, it doesn't require power. Right? Let's look. I don't think this required any power. Oh, yeah, that's nothing there, so it doesn't require power. Dirt. All right, so I think this is all good. We can now pass this line right here over. Knock you out and make you like that. Perfect. So now that's getting power to both. It's getting the items from what it needs there. Perfect. Oh, man. Okay. So what's the next thing? We wanted that theum. So this should be good enough. We got to make a recipe. All we got to do is have snowballs go into the fluid transposer to make that. Okay, not a problem. Should have tons of snowballs already. Oh, and now that I think about it, we're going to have to set up a separate thing for snowballs just so it doesn't clog up our system. All right, let's throw those in there. And we should see it pull out. Bam! All right, now we're getting those into our system. Let's set a pattern for that. Snowball. And machines. Blizz powder. Pattern. Awesome. And this guy right here is what we want it for. Put that pattern in. Awesome. So now we can make that on demand. We can make the gelid cryo-theum. We should have everything for that. And what was the final thing? No, what was the top one? Is the niter. Man, so much stuff. All right, niter is just sandstone into the pulverizer. I think that's the only way to get it other than actual niter blocks. Oh, man. Sandstone. All right, so let's throw a bunch of sandstone in so we can hopefully get some niter out. Take all but one. Fam. This one's going to be another complicated recipe because you're not guaranteed to get it. So I can't necessarily like do that on demand. We're just going to have this constantly getting sandstone. Oh, man. And this isn't like super quick either. 15% chance. Oh, man. So we're going to have to find a better way to get niter. Anyway, let me kind of refresh myself on what I'm doing, all the different stuff, because it's confusing. There's so much going on. Oh, man. All right, so I think I figured out how to do all this stuff. And how to get it so that we can do the levels when it's not a perfect amount out. First of all, we're going to start using the level emitters with this glacial precipitator. And we're going to set this now so the redstone, it only makes stuff when it's on high. That's perfect because we can then throw on this, it's a ME level emitter. It's pretty similar, it's just calculation processor and redstone torch. Bam. And that's aimed into there, and we can connect this up just like that with the cable. So now we have a redstone torch that comes over here. And how this bad boy works is if we say snowballs, if there's a snowball, and if we have less than, we'll say 1,000 in the system, emit when levels are above, we'll say emit when levels are below 1,000. Cool. And this here, we can also even set it says for items or energy. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I've messed with the energy part of it yet. Not even positive how that works, but we'll figure it out. I bet there's a lot of cool uses for it. So anyway, right now, if we have under 1,000 snowballs, it's going to turn on, which will turn on the machine. As soon as we get to, let's look at snow, we're at 645. I bet you by the end of the episode, what is that? Snowball seeds. I bet by the end of the episode, we will have 1,000. That'll turn off, and the machine will turn off. So perfect. That's pretty cool. Next thing, pulverizer. To get the niter. That's finished. What we're going to do is throw this guy in here. we're going to throw an ME export bus on the side like that. Okay, and this is going to export for us sandstone. Like so. Let's make another level emitter. Level emitter. Bam. Craft. Thank you, sir. All right, and this is going to have, let's get the wire coming down there. This is going to have a level emitter going to it. I'm kind of curious if we can fit this in. Dang it. Not going to be able to fit it in there. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out how we can get this wired all in. Wham! Perfect. Is that how we wanted everything? Yep, I believe so. That's good. So now for this level emitter, and you know, I don't have to do it like this. I could do it without, but I want to have it crafting. So it's going to insert sandstone into the machine here. And this is going to have a redstone card. This is something new that we're using, redstone card. It's a basic card, redstone. Flam, that's how you make that. If you put this card into here, I can make it so that that guy, we can now put on active without signal, active with signal. Okay, cool. And then on this guy, we can set for, we want niter. Niter. We're going to do that same type of trick, but with niter. So that way it will keep on pumping the stuff in until we have a certain amount of niter in the system. So for this one, we're going to set niter. And emit when levels are above or below. We want below when levels are below or equal to limit. Okay, and we'll say for this one, we'll say 100. That sounds about good. Done for items. Okay, so we're below that limit right now. So it should be sending sandstone in. Let's get this configured right. We want that to be blue. And then how are we touching this block? We're touching it from the back, so we'll do on the back is red. All right, so that's all set. So we just now turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. It's getting power, everything. Awesome. Oh, we want the back to be orange. There we go. So we'll get a bunch of sands in the process from this. And then I should also probably put for the sandstone, just so that we always have sandstone. Let's make another card, a crafting card. Is that a card, right? Crafting card. Next, start. Crafting card. And let's make a little crafting thing for sandstone. Recipe. Flam. Bam. So we don't have enough sandstone in the system. It will craft it. And let's throw this in. Where should we put it? I'll just stick it in here for now. I know I'm being already really sloppy how I'm doing all my stuff. But this should do it. This should be it. We'll set in this crafting card. And we'll say use stocked items or craft when exporting. Cool. So when we run out of sandstone, it should craft more. That's good. And active with signal. Perfect. Perfect. So let's see how our niter's doing. Awesome. So the next step is to get the gelid cryotheum, or the cryotheum dust. So to do that, I don't think we did a pattern for this yet. Blizz powder, check. Snowballs, check. Niter, check. Redstone, all set. Pattern, nice. And where do we want to stick this bad boy? I'll stick this bad boy in here. Perfect. So then the next step over here is, let's see, I'm going to do that. This one's going to be redstone. So let's get all these things organized. So redstone, flam, ender pearls, flam, glowstone, flam, and in fact we could just use glowstone. I think raw glowstone. instead of the dust. I think that works in. Let's try that, because that would save a process. Glowstone and then the cryo-theum. Let's craft one. Next. Start. Bam! Amazing! So that one's going to be the cryo-theum. Have that stick in there, and then we'll end up sticking the auto craft thing for it, so that we'll just craft it up when it needs it. The glowstone, let's try and see if the glowstone, raw glowstone, works in there. I wonder if it's actually smarter. We might get more glowstone out if we do the dust, so maybe we should change that to the dust. I think that might be the smarter one. I'll figure that out. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. And bam, and bam. Awesome. We're doing all the different liquids. Right? You're doing cryo-theum? No, where's... I thought we put that in. Oh no, we just put the cryo-theum dust, but we don't have any in our system. So I'll craft up a bunch of it. Cryo-theum. Say 20. This will take a little while for our system to stock up. But, bam, it's doing it. We're getting it. Gel cryo-theum, energized glowstone, resonant ender, destabilized redstone. Oh, this is awesome. I freaking love it. I love it. Got still a little bit of tweaks to do here and there, but let me just take a look at how much time we have left in the episode and how much more we can do today. But I think this is definitely going to continue on to next episode. So, be right back. Oh man, so we are definitely out of time. Went way over already. We're already probably close to 40 minutes, if not over. Oh man, but I got this automated. Just using the same little trick that I did with the level emitter for the niter. Doing that same little trick over here, and it's auto crafting up the cryo-theum dust when we have less than, I think I set it to 100 in the system. So that's cool, and that should be good. And this guy's good. They're going all kind of bonkers while they're trying to catch up, doing everything. So I think we're going to have to end things off here. We do still have quite a bit more. I'm looking into this guy. For this one, we're going to have to automate the pyrotheum, which is going to take automation of the coal, blaze powder, sulfur. We still got a ways to go. We can definitely do it. It's just having it in infinite supply. We definitely got all the raw materials to do it, but a lot more machines to set up. So I think we'll continue things off there. I do want to get that nightstone or whatever heck it's called before we end the episode. So I was talking to a couple other guys in the server. Slip said you can just silk touch it, and our autonomous activator does not have silk touch. So we'll try that, and at worst case scenario, we could definitely do it with a matter transporter. So let's go meet back over. Look at that. You can see the stuff being made up in our little assembler. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. I want to see it. Bam! Look at it. It's cool. All right, so let's run over. I'll meet you back at the graveyard. Let's just get this stupid stuff. All right, we're here. All right, don't troll me again, guy. Do not troll me again. I'm gonna get so mad if I get back to my base and I don't have the nightstone. All right, here's the entrance. We've got our silk touch. Let's make sure this works. All right, ready? That's nightstone, silk touch, nightstone. We got it, thank God. Let's get rid of all this, because it's definitely, I think we already stepped on it. It's definitely nighttime. That goes to nether brick. So that's nightstone and gravestone mod. Oh man, what a cool mod. So I'm not going back in this place. We're not going back in there until, and is this all nightstone or is crackstone, nether brick? All right, so there's still some other nightstone for other people if they want it. Otherwise, I can give it to them, and I bet there's tons of these graveyards. But we got 32, half a stack. Good enough. Good enough. Let's get back to the base, and let's actually make sure this works. It's still daytime. Sweet. Better hurry. All right, we're back. It's still daytime. Let's set this down. Bam. Let's hop on it. It still says Nightstone. Oh, what does it say is coming? Darkness is coming. All right, darkness is coming. And that's the moon and the sun's going down. So now when it rains, we can step on that to make sure it's nighttime. Oh, you can only sleep at night? Come on, hurry up. It makes it like dusk. It doesn't quite make it night. It makes it close to night. I think so. Do I have to do anything on it? Does it keep on resetting it to that same time? To dusk? Or does it not work during the night? I don't know. Alright, let's set it back to day. Sleep. Alright, we slept. And let's try this again. Bam! Darkness is coming! Darkness is coming! Alright, yeah, so it doesn't quite put it to night, but it puts it very close to night. So that's good enough. That's close enough. I gotta wait about 10 seconds versus a potential 10 minutes. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it. We got it. I'm happy. And we got a lot of stuff done in the progress on our way to full automation of the Flux armor and eventually the jet plate. That'll be awesome. So guys, make sure if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave the thumbs up. It helps me out oh so much. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying the videos that are coming out. Makes me happy. Makes me just so excited to do another one. Yeah, help me out in the comments if there's any other tips or tricks that I could have done better, anything I messed up on, or just whatever. Whatever. I love it. If you just want to say hi, that's cool too. I love highs. I love highs. I read all the comments and they make me oh so happy and I learn so much. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can be first to see the episodes. Don't forget. And I think that's about it. So, as always, peace out.